Much of the financial market volatility that we're seeing these days, one way or another, is coming from China. One way to see this is that we've got a toxic, nasty cocktail of structural problems in China, high debt levels, a lot of excess capacity, combined with slowing growth, and very importantly, a very bad and very erratic policy response on the part of the Chinese government to what's going on in financial markets. And it's probably as much that, this loss of confidence in the Chinese government, Chinese leadership, as anything else that has brought about these gyrations in China's stock market and the global stock markets. I think the current situation in China, including its financial markets, if it stays contained somewhat, the risks it poses to the global economy are fairly limited. The real risk would be if things got a lot worse in China, growth were weaker, the stock market plunges even more, and in particular, if China's exchange rate collapses. That could create big headaches and big problems for the emerging world and also the developed world. So that could be a factor or a risk that could derail the global economy. Probably the economies that are most affected by China's financial volatility are emerging markets. Their stock markets are getting hit, their currencies are getting hit, commodity prices are taking a hit, and that's of course affecting the commodity exporting emerging markets. So by far they're the hardest hit as a result of what's going on in China and China's financial markets. The developed economies aren't affected as much. They're not as vulnerable to the Chinese economy. They don't export that much to China. And the linkages between, say, the US and European stock markets and China's stock market are quite weak. So that's not where the problem is going to come. If there's a problem, it will be because of a plunge in China's currency, which of course hasn't happened and probably won't happen. But if it were to happen, that means the dollar goes up quite a bit more, the euro goes up, and so that would really hurt exports in the US, it would hurt exports in Europe. So that's the real risk facing us from all this turmoil in China.